Trains always felt liminal to me. Not here, not there, just in between. I was on the last train back from the city, headphones in, hoodie pulled up, watching my reflection blur in the window. The car was mostly empty, except for him. He sat across the aisle, maybe a year or two older. Button-down shirt wrinkled from the day, tie loosened, sketchbook balanced on his lap. He wasn't drawing, just staring out the window, lost in thought. For some reason, I couldn't look away. Half an hour passed before the train jolted over a curve, and my water bottle clattered onto the floor, rolling right to his feet. He picked it up, smiling faintly as he handed it back. "Rough night?" he asked. I chuckled awkwardly. "Something like that." That opened the door. We started talking, quietly, like sharing secrets on a train required hushed tones. He told me he was an architecture student, heading back after a late studio session. I admitted I was a music major, drained from rehearsal. We laughed about professors, about the exhaustion of trying to prove ourselves. And then, just as naturally, we slipped into heavier things, about not feeling like we fit, about hiding parts of ourselves because it was easier than explaining. There was a pause, the kind where your heart knows you're standing on the edge of something. "Do you ever get tired of it?" he asked. "Pretending," I swallowed, "every day." He stared at the floor, fingers tracing the edge of his sketchbook. "Me too." The train lights flickered as we entered a tunnel, throwing us into shadow. I could hear his breathing, steady but heavy, like he was working up the courage to say something more. Then, the lights returned, and he met my eyes. "I've never said this out loud before," he whispered, "but I don't think I'm straight." It felt like the air shifted, the whole train holding its breath with me. My pulse thundered. I whispered back. We sat in silence, not awkward, charged, like two magnets slowly giving in. Minutes passed. My stop was next. I didn't want to leave, didn't want the in-between space to collapse back into the real world where people like us swallowed our truths. As the train slowed, I stood reluctantly. He stood too. I started, but he cut me off, stepping closer. His hand brushed mine, tentative but deliberate. "Don't go without this," he said, slipping a folded page torn from his sketchbook into my palm. The doors opened. I stepped off, heart in my throat. On the platform, I unfolded the page. It wasn't words. It was a sketch, quick, messy, but unmistakable. Me, sitting by the window, looking out, headphones on. At the bottom, in tiny writing, "Maybe next time, don't sit across the aisle." I don't remember the train pulling away. I just remember standing there, paper trembling in my hands, with the terrifying and beautiful realization that I wasn't as alone as I thought. And for the first time in a long time, I couldn't wait to get back on that train.